Ah, hi guys, sorry I'm late. I was stuck in a conversation that I could not get out of. So, oh, okay, I'm a few minutes late, 6 or 7 minutes late, I think. Hopefully, everybody is going to pop on. And by everybody, I mean hopefully some of you. All right, sorry, I'm trying to find my you guys on here. Ooh, there I am. I found it so fast. That's so good. All right, hopefully the sound's not on. Nope. All right, yay, we're here. Hi guys, happy Tutorial Tuesday. We are going to do a winter white textured floral, which I've done before in the group, but it was about 3 years ago, maybe. And I did one to do a charger, and it got a lot of attention. And so I thought, oh, I could do this in the group again. I think that it's time to do it in the group. Um, they make really amazing cards. I do have a card that I've sold a lot of, made in this style, and I'm going to experiment with some color today. And so maybe I'll do another card. The other cool thing about this, hello, hello, hello. Hi, Sylvia. The other cool thing about this little style is that if you do want to make greeting cards out of them, in your photo app, you can just switch the color. And because we're only using white and like off-white or beige and then a background color, it still keeps the you can switch the color of the photo without making it look really weird, if that makes sense. So you could make a few different color cards with the same painting, is what I'm saying. If you're printing and making cards, which you guys know, I always tell you, if you're selling, you got to have those low price items and make cards because it's the same art you're selling over and over and over again. Anyways, I'm going to reach down and get some chapstick because in my rush, I was talking, having a conversation. I got stuck in the conversation, so I wasn't able to prepare myself. And then we'll get started. Okay? Hi, Peggy. How are you doing, my love? All right. La 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 la. Let me put my glasses on. I'm going to put the camera down and upside down. Oh, let me show you what I have while I'm waiting for some other people to pop on, or while we hope other people will pop on. I have a wood panel board. I have brown paint. I have really light beige paint, and I have white paint. That's all I need for this. I do have I'm just going to show it really quick. Um, because I want to be able to get through this whole thing with you guys today. And so it's like a cooking show. I have the one that's halfway done, so I can show you the last part of the process as well. Okay, and then I've got some brushes and some water, and I don't even need that much because I won't be rinsing my brush very much. So this is a really easy one, really fast, and it does turn out quite beautiful, I have to say. This particular one that I'm doing won't have as much texture because I don't have the drying time, but the second one that we're fixing will have plenty of texture. So I got my white. I have a palette. So I'm going to just get some white on there, and I'm going to get some of the colors on there and just that's what I'm going to do so I can kind of mix around. Let's do a little bit more white since this is mostly white. And then we will do this color, the light. This is called warm gray, and to me, it's a light beige. And then I'll save this dark brown for later. No, maybe I'll put a little bit in there. We'll see, to make it a little bit darker, maybe. We'll see. All right, so I'll put this down and we're gonna mix some of this up because I want two different colors for the background, and then I'll switch you around. There we go. Actually, if I go this way, that way my hand won't be in the way all the time. All right, so we're gonna do that color, and then we're gonna do this color for the background too. We're gonna mix a little bit of that in to make it darker. Just to make it a little tiny darker. I might have to pull some more paint out, but for now we'll go with that. Okay, the brushes. All right, here we go. Ready, guys? Oh, I think I need way more paint than that. And I'm going to start with a bigger brush so I can cover more area at one time. We'll just start with this brush. Okay, so this is just one of those rubber paddles. And we're just going to get that on there. Oh, it looks like the wood's going to show through on this one. That'll be interesting. Way home. Yeah, I probably should put some gesso on this so the wood wouldn't show through, but maybe that'll be fun. Who knows? And I like texture, but this one, the out of the new one out of the oven will have more texture than this one, just because it just texture takes a lot of drying time, right, you guys? And the other one that's waiting for us to finish, the how I did the texture was I simply used thick paint, and I put a lot of paint on there, and I gave it like 3 or 4 hours to dry. And I just smushed it around with a brush and did that. So I didn't put any texture medium in. I always say, you know, texture medium it's a luxury. Well, hi Sue, I don't know if I always say that, but I have said that before. Texture medium is definitely a luxury. You don't need it. You can let your paint get thick, or you can let it dry up a little bit. You just need extra time sometimes. That's all. But this one will be very low texture. Okay, that's pretty. There are little spots like where the wood's showing through a little bit, and it's kind of, I'm gonna go with it. That's what we gotta do sometimes, right? Wipe it off the edge. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of this dark brown in here for the bottom. How's everybody doing today? Sue, how are you doing? Peggy, Sylvia, how's everybody doing? I've had a great, well, they've been tiring. Yesterday was tiring because I taught in the morning and then I went right to, I had to do 5 shifts. Hi, Mary. I had to do 5 shifts at the gallery this month because I've been traveling and I've been missing my shifts for various reasons. This is kind of neat because it's giving me some texture, and because I didn't mix it well, and so it kind of looks like a wooden table, doesn't it? Okay, I like that. So I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm just going to paint that a little better with my brush along the edges. But I do like the blendy look. It does look like wood. Yes, and I'm painting in all brown and white, guys. Not very often do I do that, but every once in a while I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. All right, that's done. That part's done. So I'm just going to wipe off my brush and rinse it. Just got back from Philly. Aw, I'm glad you went too. That's so hard. You're lucky you've had him that long. My dad died when he was 72. Um, Sylvia's doing good. Thanks. Winter's starting to settle in South Dakota. Well, did I know you were in South Dakota? Because last I knew you were in Southern California, Miss Sylvia. Did I miss something? All right. So I have white on my palette here and a good deal of it. I'm going to make a vase. This painting is very fast, guys. It's one of the reasons why I like it. I don't really need to worry about this drying. So I'm saying no because I got a call from David. Are you guys here? There you go. Okay, you're back. If you heard me say no, I was saying no because it said I got a call from David, which is my husband. You guys know that. And my phone asked me if I wanted to answer it, and I said no. So I'm just going to make a straight base for this one. Just a straight. No, that's so boring, isn't it? Let's not make a straight base. Let's do something more fun. I don't really care about the brown and the white smearing because that's part of the beauty of this is that it's white and off-white, and really that's it. This whole painting. Actually, it looks really pretty. I just got hungry. I'm going to put a little bit more of that brown in there while we're here. Why not? Okay, that's pretty cool, except for I don't like all the brush strokes showing, but well, I mean, I like some of those brush strokes showing. Okay, so that works for me. So this brush is going to go bye-bye because I don't need it anymore. Now I'm just going to get a nice, well, I will need it later. I'm going to get a nice round brush and we're going to start throwing flowers on, okay, with a lot of paint. So see my brush, a lot of paints on there. And I'm not going to put them down sitting on the vase this time because I really, with this white painting, I really like the look of air and space. Okay. Sometimes I don't have a plan for my flowers until I get them, until I start like doing brush strokes. And then that kind of tells me what kind of flower I'm going to do. And this is going to be a flower with some like 4 petals. But the brush strokes are going to determine my doodling too. Hi, Sandy. Oh, I'm definitely going to try this one. Yay, Sue. Well, you're going to see how easy it is because we will, sometimes we don't finish, right? But we will definitely finish up here. Let's get the middle going on this. So the one that I posted was the phone charger that I just recently did. I should show you all of them that I've done. Um, and I did like a duck egg blue background, a gray blue background. This is so funny. I'm doing this very similar to the one I just finished. Actually, let's make a different flower up here. Let's make more of a rose. You guys know I love anything that's fast, right? I mean, I just had a conversation with one of the artists here, and I actually had a conversation over the weekend with a um, a person who is for a gallery in Spain. She's a curator for a gallery in Spain, and she came in to see Mast, which is the McKinney Art Studio tour. So she came in to see that and to see if she could meet some new artists, and we had such a great conversation. She told me, she's like, you really should paint in oil. And I said, I know, but why? And she said, because it's just considered more professional, right? In the art world and with collectors. And so then I was having conversations with other artists here, asking them their opinion, and really I want to try it, except for that I really like painting fast. So I'm having a little bit of issue with that whole idea. I mean, I really do like painting fast. So we'll see. Maybe I'll try it and I'll share my experience with you guys. So this is gonna be, these petals are in the back, and then this petal is coming around front. So it's like a scooped up flower, and then this one's the same kind of flower hanging, there we go, hanging upside down. Maybe give it another petal that way. Okay, those are good for big flowers. So now I'm going to switch out this brush. Actually, I'm going to get some beige in there now. So I'm going to take some of this beige, but I want it to be lighter than the beige on the background. So I'm going to add some white to it. So we're going to call it off-white is what we're going to call it. And I'm just going to really follow those same patterns that I already made. Unless I'm unhappy with them, then I'll switch the petal patterns, and maybe you'll be able to see them a little bit when I do this. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just adding some of that dark color in there just to give it a little bit more interest, just a little bit of depth, but this is just a really, really lightweight painting. Okay, so done with that brush. We're gonna get a smaller brush now. Let's go with a filbert. Let's get some leaves in. So this is a filbert brush, and we're gonna do like maybe 2 or 3 more kinds of brushes, but I'm just gonna start getting some leaves in. And I don't really like that. That's better. Okay, let me do this. Let me fix that. Whoops, your phone came out. Hi, Deanna. Just fixing the shape to something I like. And I don't like it very much. All right, yay, nice small one. Okay, here we go. They look so silly, like at first, all the leaves and all the things that we do, um, or all the things I do with this, like to me, it looks really silly at first. Get some water to make my paint flow better. Okay, so here I'm just using the brush to create the shape of the leaf. I'm dragging it up with a thin tip and then pushing it down and just letting it swoop. So I'm dragging it with a thin tip and then just pushing it down and then letting it swoop up back to that thin tip. Creates a really nice leaf. I love doing that. Maybe just some grassy leaves hanging down here. And here I'll do that thing again with the brush, but just move the brush differently. So I'm just plopping it down here. So using that thin and then plopping it down. I like doing one right in the middle, so that makes it look like the leaves just aren't flat. So going up this way, pushing it that way. So that way those leaves don't just look like they're going spearing out to the side, right? Oh, did the other artists say oil? We went, so I talked to Mary Beth. Your son only paints in oil, and my daughter is in art school. She's in illustration, so digital. I think it's all bullshit, is what I think. But I know I do. I just said that. That's so funny. Um, I know, like when I see oil paintings, they're always more expensive, you know, so there's that. The other artists that I talked to were one of them was Mary Beth, and she paints mostly in oil, right? Um, but she said, you know, there's pros and cons to it. She doesn't really agree with that you have to. But she was also willing to share. I was like, okay, well, like, how do I even get started and try? I mean, I tried it once with the oil crayons, and they gave me they gave me like major anxiety because they didn't dry. Like they never dried. Okay, like this leaf, right? Just making some of those leaves go straight up and not to the side. See how these are all going to the side? Not too many leaves grow like that. We want to get some in the middle. I don't think I did that. Oh, my other one. Okay, now I'm going to get some thin stalks going up through the middle. So I want a nice thin brush. I got one out here. And I'm going to get it wet with wet paint. Well, let's get some stems on these guys first. Give this guy another leaf here. Okay. This is what I like about these. I love these stems through here. Okay, with these stems, some of them are going to get little leaves, some of them are going to get little flowers. So when I painted in oil, I used those, they're cold wax oil sticks. And I painted it on top because I saw somebody doing it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. I painted it on top of, like, I added it to acrylics, to an abstract painting that I was in love. I was already loving it, but I wanted this extra oomph, right? And it almost broke my heart because those oil paints never dried. I mean, I'm talking months. It's normal for them to take a week to dry, but months. And I was going online trying to figure it out and all that, and I could not. I couldn't figure it out. And it broke my heart because I like loved the base of that abstract painting and I ruined it. And I tried everything and I could not fix it. Okay, so this one, besides adding some, maybe some beige inside these, is pretty done. Maybe adding some beige here. It doesn't matter that things aren't showing up because it's what we do. So I'm just adding some beige inside of the leaves just to give them a little bit more depth. It doesn't, but some of the beige from the background is showing through too, so that's nice. And maybe even in the middle of these. I don't like how beige that is, so I'll cover some of that up with white. Okay. All right, so this has to dry. That's a lot of paint on there, and I don't want to get out the blow dryer, so there's that. I'm gonna bring this up. So here's one I did with a pink background. Okay, so this is bigger, so I'm gonna have to pull the camera up a little bit. This is 8 by 10, and that was 8 by 8. That didn't help, did it? It made it worse. Okay, hold on. Maybe that's good. There we go. Nope. Hold on. Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this spatula and I'm going to get some of that brown paint. Okay, this is dry. Okay, so this is the dark brown paint. Now, if you have access to dark wax is a great way to do this, or I think some of you are DIY retailers, the patina. Oh, what's that called? Dana, you're on here. I forget what it's called. Debbie named it something very funny. I forget what it's called. I can't believe it. I'm so far removed. Okay, and I'm just gonna scratch some of this, and I don't even like that color on it. So I'm gonna lighten it with this beige paint because this pink is not doing well with that color. Okay, this is gonna be prettier. but I got to get most of it off my little paddle so it doesn't look, oh, that's better. I just want it to look old and kind of vintage. So I'm just going to get some of this on here, even on the flowers, right over. Now I painted with a lot of texture on here, so it's picking up the texture. It's going to be a little bit harder to do on the other one. This is a really good way to get a nice organic feel to doing this. I want it to be thin because I want it to dry because I want to go right in with my doodling. Down here. Okay, and then under this pot, I'm going to get quite a bit because I want it to be shady. And I might even take my finger and get a little bit more on here. Okay, but I like that. That works. We'll put that in there. All right, so this is gonna dry in a matter of seconds. I'll pull out my hair dryer just for a few seconds. We have to fill in those. Oh, actually, I'm gonna fill those in with a paint. Let's do that. I'm gonna put that brown paint on there. And that's it. Okay, so let's get the hair dryer out. This one's on paper. The other one was on wood. Okay. All right. That's that. Told you guys this was fat. So fast, not fat. So I'm gonna get two markers out. I'm gonna get a number 5, and then I'm gonna get a number 10. And number 10 is a nice thick fat one. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the number 10, but I'm gonna go light. And it is gonna be a sketch. Okay, so it's just a sketch around, not like, just a sketch, not, I don't even draw the back of the base. Look at that. How that already that makes that stuff pop. Okay. This is probably even a little bit too thick, but I'm gonna go with, no, I don't want it that thick. And you guys, make it sketchy, right? It's gonna look prettier if it's sketchy rather than if you try to draw it perfectly. I promise you. I promise you that. See how this is just coming to life, you guys? This one makes me happy. And usually what I do is after I'm done doing all the sketches, I'll go in and I'll do some low lights, meaning I'll make some areas darker and some areas, well, I can't make them lighter, can I? Hmm. I like that sound. Okay, so see, I'm just sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. It's okay if you miss something. I'll go back in with my darker marker. Let your paintbrush do a lot of the work for you with those flower strokes, right? Just let them with the petal strokes and the leaf strokes, just have fun with it. Okay, and then I will go with this thicker marker and I'm gonna darken some areas. You know how I do, just to make it look a little bit more shady. Look at what's all over my marker. Kara Lockwood. It's probably all over my face too, because I've been wiping my face or scratching my face. Oh, maybe just put some little dots here, some dots here. Dots in those guys. Make them look like little flowers. And that, my loves, is about the gist of it. All right. That's it. And then you just sign your name. Boom. Ah, shall we take the tape off? Shall we do it? It's gonna look so pretty. Look at this. Thank you for the hearts. This is that acrylic and oil paper, you guys, that I really, really love. I really like using this. It's so inexpensive. So if you think that you want to practice something, but maybe that something comes out amazing, even though you thought you were practicing it, you can throw this um, in a frame because it looks really nice. Look at how pretty that is, you guys. So that was like one of the quickest ones ever. And I think it's pretty. Oh, I'll add some marker right there. Going across here. Make sure your paint is dry before you use these expensive markers, you guys. And then I might add a little bit of shading in here with this marker. Not with the dark one. You want a nice thin for your shading, thin marker. And I'm going to take that shading all the way up because it's like the shade is coming this way, right? You scribble even a little bit more around here, and maybe even just do a little bit in here, just create a little bit more interest. This marker is on its last legs right now, I can tell. Yeah, good. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna hold it up so you guys can see. I love how StreamYard just flips the camera automatically. Isn't that pretty, you guys? Yeah. So you can see it close. I can't figure out how to do it. So this part is a little dark, so I would just take that pink and scrape some right over that to fix that. Yeah. But I'm not gonna do that now, so it's fine. All right. Yes, you do have to do this one. Hi, Lou Ann. You do. You do the best flowers. The paper it's Canson. If you go on, I've shown it several times, but I don't have the pad here. If you go on Amazon, it's Canson acrylic and oil paper. Okay. It has a texture like a canvas. It's thick, right? So it's not watercolor paper. It's not going to break down like that. It's really lovely, but I really love it. But yeah, I think I really like this actual technique. I've done several of it. I have 2 in my house. So have fun with it. And like I said, if you photograph this and make a greeting card out of it, I'll show you my greeting cards. I think I have one maybe right here. If not, I have it in my card rack. I might have one right here. I'm running low on cards, that's for sure. Oh, okay, I'll go get it and I'll show you. So, 1 second. Stay right there. I love that it's dark outside. And I'm not lying. So you can see this is different. It actually has more darker tones in it than the one we did. But you know, play with it. But what I can do, so I have this photograph on my phone. All I need to do is go into a photo editor program, and your phone has one, or you can go into what brushstroke. Brushstroke is a great one. Or even, what's the one on the iPad? You can really mess with the colors. The one on the iPad, the one that we draw on I draw on the iPad with. Well, I can't Procreate. Anyways, and you can change the colors. So you can have this card in 4 different colors and sell it as a set, right? Brilliant. I know. I'm just kidding. Procreate. Thank you. Yeah, so you could sell this as a set. This card, in like, I did this 3 years ago, and I probably sold, I don't know, 50 of these. So they sell. All right, you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Have a great evening. Have a great week, and I will see you Friday. And then I will see you next Tuesday. We're gonna do, I forget. Oh, bird nerds. Holiday bird nerds. And then we're gonna do a holiday craft day the week after Thanksgiving. I'm super excited for that. I got all sorts of things planned. All right. All right, you guys. Have a great, see you Thursday, Peggy. Have a great week, okay? Mwah. Bye, guys.